Alright, got the new Inlet DX80 in front of me. I'd already thrown a video up on this, but I want to put another one with a little less talking and a little more light shining, get some better shots of it. Going to start it out with, talk about it real quick. Very heavy battery pack. You're talking 8 18650, 3000 milliamp, high drain Panasonics in here. From what I've read, they're Panasonics. If they are, that's just incredible. To me, that's one of the better batteries out there. You can pull, of course, I'm not going to do it in this video, take the battery pack off or whatever like that. But you got your charging port, which is run by a 19 volt, 2 amp charger that you plug in. And I'm going to plug that in real quick just to show you what that looks like when it's charging. Doesn't tell you a lot, but it will tell you when it's fully charged. As you can see there, I'm less than half charged right now. And this guy comes with a real nice case with a double belt loop, which I really like for rugged. Houses it quite well. Typical lanyard. Of course, some O-rings. And I've seen some on there complain about this cable tie on the back end of it, which I think is actually pretty neat for hooking the lanyard to, or say whatever. If they don't like it, they can just flip it. Whoops. I turned the baby on. They can just flip it over, and they got ports here to put the lanyard through. Now the light itself, there's cooling fins right here in these 2 upper slots all the way around this to help pull the heat out. This thing is a chunk of metal. It weighs like 2.6 pounds. Even without the battery pack, the head is extremely heavy. I didn't weigh it, but I'm telling you, it does dissipate heat incredibly well. Yes, right here it gets extremely hot when you got it running for quite a long time on the highest mode or the upper modes. But it does, battery pack stays fairly cool to where you can hold it. And it does seem to pull the heat out quite well. I've run it all the way down, up, down, and I've not had any issues with it. The light switch I don't mind too well, pretty nice. The user interface on it's awesome. You got this blue light, which we'll probably cover that right now. You start out with pushing it, you got 120 lumens. Next up, 500. Next up is 1500. Then you got 5,000 lumens, 13,000 lumens. Double click, you get 32,000 lumens out of this thing. Now, one thing that I did notice is for lockout modes, you can be letting it run or have it shut off. If you were to just barely turn the battery case, you got a nice mechanical lockout. Look at that, Inlet. Pretty neat. Or you can press it for a second, and if you saw there the lock went on, press it again, lock is off. Pretty nice. Now, one other thing I noticed with this thing that they don't say in the directions anywhere, if you hit it just right and press it 3 times in succession quick, it's going to show you the voltage in the battery. Look at that. Like I said, half charged. So we're at 14.7 volts. When we go outside to run it, I'm going to charge it, and then we'll look at that again and see what that voltage is at. Head on this thing's wicked. You got 8 Cree XHP 70 high emitters, and they're driven very hard. Now, I know people wonder about, is this just a terrible floody? Well, you're going to find out. I'm telling you, you're going to find out. It's not just a floody. It's a floody and a thrower. Yes, it's not punching out to no 1,500 meters or nothing like that, but I'm telling you, when you see what this thing does, it'll blow your eyes away. It is just, words don't describe it. You got to have this thing in hand to truly see it, but I do got a good camera that I can give you a good indication on what it's like. We'll be running this thing up against some HIDs that I just installed in my Nissan Maxima, and we'll run the HIDs and the 110 watts of fog lights at the same time to show you a comparison. And we'll throw in this Black & Decker. This is a 12 volt 55 watt H halogen light, and we'll use that as a comparison in the car headlights, which will give you a good idea on what it's capable of. I think that's about all I need to cover with this light, other than it does have the 60-month warranty. Now, what I want to do quick, you can pause the video instead of talking about it. There is some specs, and we'll do the same with the box. With that said, we're going to go out and get rolling on this thing and give you some beam shots. Got it all charged up. It's nighttime now. Let's see what the voltage is. was saying 16.8 volt. Let's head out. All right, I am now exactly 4 meters away from my lux meter. We're going to crank this guy up on 32,000 lumens, see what it reads. That is bright. Let's check it out. All right, there's the formula, if I can do this one-handed. It's 8,070 lux, and the calculation there is what I ended up getting. I'm reading about 718 meters, so it's saying 806, give or take. It's not 100% accurate, but that's really punching out there, as you'll see. So let's roll. Now what you're looking at is a tree at 62 meters, and then farther down to the right is a tree at 92, and in the middle and the back's about 140 for a tree, and that tree line you're seeing off in the distance is upwards of 190. So here we go with the Black & Decker 55 watt at the tree at 62 meters. That's the Black & Decker. Now here's the Imlet at 120 lumens, Imlet at 500, and there it is at only 1500 lumens. I'm going to hold up that Black & Decker. As you can see there, it's almost outdoing the Black & Decker at 1500. There's 5,000, washing out the Black & Decker already. Keep in mind, I'm only at 5,000 lumens. There's 13,000, that's 32,000 lumens, washing everything out. It's kind of a dumb test right in front of the camera, so what I'm going to have to do is devise something for this thing. And I do believe what I'm going to do is we're going to take a car, and I'm going to travel down the road, since I got a heater on my camera. We're going to go way down there, which is over 500 meters away, and I'm going to shine it back at the camera. We're also going to, let me turn this darn thing down. All right, that's better. A little more. We're going to shine my car headlights, which is a Nissan Maxima, full brand new 6000K HIDs, and show you a good comparison. So we'll get rolling. If my wireless mic picks up, I'm standing in front of the HIDs on, Imlet at 32,000 lumens. End of darkness. Now here's the HIDs on high behind the camera. That's the Imlet. HIDs, Imlet, 32,000 lumens. 20 lumens only, right here. Well, all that shining, I'm down to 14.4 volts, so let's call her quits. You get an idea of the light output of that thing. Alright, DX80 by Immlet. This thing is just phenomenal. I really love this light. Yes, it's not a cheaply built light, but you're talking 32,000 lumens that punches out farther than what you could probably see with your naked eye. Such a wide pattern and long beam shot. It's lights everything up, as you saw there. So there you go, the new DX80 by Immlet. Good job, Immlet. Awesome light. Till next time.